I've cut out several different pieces, and now what I'm doing, just make sure you can see what I'm actually doing. Might need to raise the camera up a little bit. That's it. Right, so I'm just gonna go to start up here and tack this section down. I know lots of people won't do that, but I like to tack it down. I don't want it to come undone. I don't want it to come, you know, I don't want anything to happen to it. I'm using the extra long needle because it's easier for me, that's all. You know, I know a lot of people say they can't sew. There's nothing to it. Nothing at all. It's threading a needle and popping it up through the material and back down again. That's not hard. I'm going to embellish that a little bit more, so I'm just going to stitch this section down. Excuse me. So we're all ready to, you know, start embellishing this. So I've got some trims, so we're just going to start building on this now. So this is the one I want, and I want that to go there. So we just cut that bit off, and probably I might want a piece to go there as well. Now I'm going to use my smaller needle with some cream embroidery thread. I'm not using the cotton. I could, but I'm not going to at the moment. This is the one we're doing now. And what I'm doing is I'm sewing it. You see this line here? I'm going to sew that onto there. And we just go down the line. Now I know everybody sews differently. Somebody might just put a couple of stitches down there. I want to make sure it does stay secure. And we're all different, so we all have our own ways of doing things. And you know what, there's no set rule. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You do it how you like it, how you want it. There we go. And I'm just going to snip that off there. Yeah, that looks nice. But I'm not going to leave it like that because I'm also going to do through the holes there Just, I don't want this curling up, I want it pinned down. And it'll tighten it up a little bit. Right, that's nice and neat, and that's I like the way it's curved. I'm just going to put the next one on here. I might not use that piece actually, because I want to make sure I've got all different ones on, and I do have different ones. There's a nice one. Yeah, I might do that one for there. So just cut off little bits, and we'll stitch them on. Now I'm turning this round, aren't I, so you can see what I'm doing. And what had happened was, it had gone, oops-a-daisy. Too close to the stitching that I'd put on here. So I'm just altering that now. Yeah, just. Right, I'm just going to tie this off at the underneath. Flip this back over, make sure you can see. And then all I'm going to do is to trim that off. What did I do with my needle? Here we are. So that looking nice already. I'm going to do this one next. What do you think? Yeah, I've got this lacy one. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do that there. That's really pretty, that one. And we'll just cut that off there. Now, I'm going to say I've just put my needle down and cannot find it. Now I'm going to just change the colour, and I'm going to go back to the brownie one. I mean, it really doesn't matter what colour you do them at all. You do whatever you like. Just chop that little bit off. Like that. Hokey dokey smoky. Oh yeah, I like that. Looking nice. Looking good. And I just want to do all the each one different, hopefully. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do that one. Just trim that off. I'll take them out of the bag as I do them so I know I've done them. And again, we just take this needle and I'm just going to fasten this. Now this is only a thin one, so we do need to get this in place properly. Sorry, I hope my head's not in the way. It's got to go across there. Boys, behave. There, that's got that done on that side, and then we're just going to flip over to this side. Right, so I'm just going to snip this off. Don't waste this little bit because you never know where that might come in handy. I know you say Fiona, but you know, I often use all my scraps up. Often. Just going to get another one. Let's, oh, do you know, I'll have a bit of this, I think. Do you know, I'm going to, oh, I'll go for a darker bit. Here's the next one. Look at that. Woo! I'm going to put that there. Or you think? Yes, I like that. So, chop that. And you know what? I think we'll go there as well. Yes. Excuse and whap. Put that to one side. Do I want light or dark? I ain't fussed. I don't care. What's the matter, boys? Is he getting you? Are you bashing your brother? Go on. Go. Don't be naughty. Lucky, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Good boy. No, go on. Go play. Little soddy is. As soon as I turn my back, he starts nicking at my box. My laces. Cheeky sod, isn't he? I'm actually sat here trying to thread a needle. If you've nicked out my box, boy, you're in deep trouble. Do you know, I'm going to have to use my bigger needle. I can't use that baby thing. It's doing me head in. I wish I could thread my cards. That's annoyed me now that I can't thread my cards. There we go. I'm going to start this on this end. and put it through the loop. Can you see it's got a little loop, like an S-shaped loop? So I'm just going to snip that. And what I'm going to do is just to tie this end down. Like that. And just snip that. And snip that. So, the next one, I think... Now, I'm going to put this piece in, I think, now. And what I have is some of this trim. It's like at that braid. So, yeah, we're going to... Do you know what? I'm not going to do that first. First of all, because I'm going to do this. And I'll show you what I mean. And I'm just going to connect this here as well. Just to hold that. Now I don't know whether I'm gonna have to get the smaller needle back out, because I need to put a stitch up the side. There, I like that. Yeah, nice. And then what I can do is put buttons in here if I want to. But right now I'm going to pop this. Do I want that over? Yeah, I do. I like that. So I'm going to have to seal this off. Just going to seal this off. And start from here. And I should be able to stitch this straight down the middle, because there is a seam on the Chinese braid. I don't know if anybody knows that. I'm just going to seal this in first. Where's my lighter? Just so that it's that's it. And then just tack this end in. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I kind of like what I've done so far. Just got that one there. Yeah, kind of like that. So, and you know what? I've got a little cream one like that as well. Oh, no, I've got that. I like this one. This is like a rope. Alright, let's have a look at this because I need the end of it. Somewhere. That is the end, my girl. There we go. So I've got that. No, boys, go away. Because you're naughty. You can't, you shouldn't bark at everything. They're not really naughty. But they, oh, do you know what? I could have tucked that underneath, couldn't I? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to do that, I think. Yeah, I just like that. I don't want, because it's plaited, I don't want it to come undone. So we're just going to stitch that. Right, we're just trying to finish this section off here. And cut that. And I'm just cutting that because I've gone up and back down. It doesn't matter about stitching that off. And I'm just going to fluff this side up. Let me just cut that in at an angle and just fluff that bit up. That's it. Yeah, I like that. So that's coming on nicely. So what I'm going to do now is to do the outer edge. I want that done so that I can concentrate on the inside. I mean, we've still got lots to do with it, so yeah, I'm gonna fish out something to go around the outside edge. And I have that, and that's what I'm going to use. Beautiful, beautiful lace. So I'm going to use the cream now to, actually, do I need that one? Just to sew that on. Some of you might think, well, you don't need it, but I do want this. I want the lace on it. Hi, I'm back. Now, I haven't, these are not all attached. I'm going to be putting these here. I've written love because I'm going to be embroidering love there. and I've done a scalloped edge here that I'm going to use on my cord, and at the moment I'm just stitching my cord on here. But what I've done, I did end up putting the lace across all the way around the edge, and then I just put these crystal beads here for decoration. So what we're going to do now is to get on with the cording. Now I've chosen to do the cord along the edge of this ribbon, and I just tucked it underneath there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Give it a good stitch in there, and then I'm just doing one every ½ centimetre, something like that. So hopefully I'm going to make, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And what I've done is I've kind of like moved it to one side, moved it back, and then stitched on that edge of the lace. So you move it to one side, pick where you want the needle to be, move it back to the edge, and then do that. And I'm going to do that all the way along. I mean, they don't have to be perfectly lines separated, perfect gap between each one, I mean, but it's turning out that way, so that's good, because it'll look a lot neater. Oopsie daisy. I'm just going to take those off. They're just little doilies, centre of doilies that I decided to use up on this project. So I hope my hand's not in the way. Right, I'm just going to get this stitched in first before I cut it. Yeah, so I hope you can see what I've done there. Let me just... I can't see with this camera. It drives me insane. Anyway, so I've got that like that. Now what I'm going to do is attach these little doily things that I've cut. And they will go around like that, I think. I might have that hanging over a little bit, actually. You have to be careful when you're stitching these on, because they're only delicate little things. So I'm going to be stitching them there. What did I do with my... Oh, there we are. There we go, I've done that far. I've got that far, should I say. Now I'm just going to thread my needle again. And we'll attach these little doilies. Like I say, there's no gluing at the moment. There'll be the odd thing that I might need to glue, glue down, but right now none. What I'm really pleased about is my mum teaching us girls how to sew and that, and I did like sewing. I like sewing with a sewing machine, but I do like embroidery and things like that. And like I say, she was a beautiful... I mean, I don't know whether... I think her mother taught her, but she was, really good. Her work was beautiful. And I still have some of it, so I was chuffed at that. Come on, get in place. And one day, I will get it out. There's only oddments I've got. I've got a tablecloth and a couple of bits that she did. I don't know what happened to all her work. I know my dad kept a lot of it when she died, but I don't know. Come on, you, get in place. I don't know what happened to the rest of it. I mean, I was there when things were sorted out. Now, all I'm going to do is just put a little tacking stitch in each of the petals, because I don't want them to come undone, you see. Let me just take that bit off. I don't think we need that on. It'll be one fabulous project. Yeah. Not as nice as I thought, but yeah, they'll do. I was going to put them there now, but I don't know whether I don't know whether I want to. Now I might put some lace there actually, so I'm not going to do that again. But never mind, we've sorted that out. I do have a bit of lace here. I just wanted to put a little bit of lace just there. That'll do. Fine. Just want a bit of lace on it because it's supposed to have lace. Right, I'm just going to tie this off. I'll do it like this, just to make sure this is staying put. I mean, I might put more decoration on that section, I don't know. I'm going to do it from this end first. It's just easier for me to work. Do a couple of stitches there to secure that, like that. Yeah, I like that. Now what? I'm going to do the lettering, I think, because it does need to be done. And I think we'll try and do the chain stitch. So it's just looping it like that. So you put the needle back in where it was and then bring it up in front, and it makes a chain like that. Right, sorry, I had to rethread again. We start at the top of the V, go back down by the same stitch, come back in front of it, and then right in front of that to tie that one off, and then we just need to do the smaller one. And I'm just going to do that as one stitch, like that. And there you go, we've got the word love. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add something to that. I won't put the one pink one in. I was going to, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to put a pearl in the middle of that. Why? Because I want to. It's a creamy one. Ooh, sorry about that. Sorry. This camera is just in the way. It's too low down. I keep telling Ray. He's going to have to higher it up. There. Nice pearl in there. Now, I'm going to bring this over here. Because I'm going to do something down the side of this. What, you might ask? I don't know. Do you know what I might do? I might put a little bit of the natural rope in there. You know, like this. Because I do like that. So I'm going to do that. No doubt about it. Do I want that another thicker one? Because I do have a thicker one. So again, we just pop that on the side and stitch that in really tight just there. And then I'm going to stitch this down here. Need a little bit bigger gap. Pulling it extra tight. Like that, and then I just trim that off. Right, I'm just going to show you this bit now. What I've got is some silk ribbon. And I'm going to make some little rosy knots in here. 1, 2, 3, and back down. One, two, three, and back down. And you do that all the way along. There we are, we're back on. Let's just move that. Let's have a look. I want to do something up here, I think. So I'm just going to make sure you can see. Let me just, that's where that is. Bring it down a bit. See if I can thread this needle, I will. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do, and I might actually need my big needle for this because it's a little bit tricky. And there you go. So I'm just going to tie that off. There we are, we're back. Now what I'm going to do is to make, yeah, there we are. Got a little flower, it's a small flower, daisy flower, whatever you call them. And I'm going to use ribbon to make this. Methinks a very pale greenish colour. Well, I don't know, I want to keep the tones going. What about doing it in that? Look. No. No. No, I want to do a little greeny one. I don't know why. It's saying, do me in green. So I'm going to do it in green. If I've got enough. Now, I'm not sure if I have. The way I do mine is I just hold a little bit of the ribbon in one hand. And you go round the first. Let me just make sure I've got enough in the hand. Round the first one, take it straight across. And instead of going back round the first one, cross it over and go round one. And then do it like that. So instead of going round that one, you cross it over and go round the empty one next to it. Cross it over and go round the empty one next to it. And keep doing that until you've formed your flower. Through there and pull that, and I'm just going to tie these two off, and then it'll be fine when it's taken off the rack sort of thing. It will be fine. And watch I don't cut the other thing, chop that, and then I have to stitch that. So let me get my thread and I'm going to stitch it with the brownie colour, I think, because I like that one. Do you know, last night when I was sewing, I somehow flicked the needle and it shot off across the room. Fortunately, I found it. But right now, I've just lost it. Well, I've lost it anyway, but you know what I mean. What did I do with the big needle? Here, got it. Now what have I just done with the thread? Where's the thread? I've lost the blooming thread. Where's the thread? Here, got it. Went underneath the mat, you nana. So what I'm going to do is you just crisscross them when you're stitching. So if I'm there, it goes directly above it. Yeah, directly opposite, should I say. Just move that back a bit. You do have to watch it doesn't keep catching, because they do. Right, I'm just going to go back up the same hole, just to catch that and back down again. And then I do the next one on the opposite side of it, which is that one. They're little daisies you make. They're cute. And then you just ease that off. If it doesn't look right or doesn't work, we won't put there. Little daisy, look at that. I was actually just going to put that there, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to stitch that on. Just make sure you can see. And there's the little daisy. I do need a pearl for that. I'm going to use a small. This might be too small. No, I don't think so. I think it's just right what we want. Yeah. So don't want anything big and bulky. We just want it nice and pretty. I just need a little bit of glue on there. Like that. Oh, that's so cute. See, it didn't matter that I only had one little fibre somewhere. I like that. I don't think I've done any harm in doing a green one there. It just stands out. What I'm going to do next is what? I wanted to put one of the buttons on, but I'm not sure. So let me just have a look at my buttons and see if I've got one that will suit Renier. Oops, not in there. Right, I'll have to go find them. I won't be long. Right, I'm just going to shift this so you can actually see what I'm doing. I've got one of these little doilies, and I'm just embellishing this onto, sewing it on, should I say. But my thread's running a bit low. I don't want to, well, I want to make sure. What I've done is I put a heart on as well. I'll show you that. Put a little heart on, just sewn around the ring. Added it to the ring and then sewn around the ring. Right, let's just see. You can see that, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is just to stitch this down. I don't know whether I've got them in there. I've got some pearly seed beads that will look nice just there. I have somewhere. Oh, these. Let's have a look. What are these? They're glass. Will they look? Not too sure about that. Got pink. 3, 4, 5. Maybe those. These are little crystals. Oh, no. I've got smaller ones that will stand out more. Wait a minute. I'm sure that will do. Here's a job of getting them back in without spilling them. Now, what can I do? Let me turn my heart round. Oh yeah, they are nice then. Now I need to put my needle that way. And look at this. Yeah, so you can see I've popped the heart on. This was just a ring I had. Added a link, put the heart on. They do look pretty, very pretty. I want something in the middle. That's the thing. I want something in the middle. So I'm just going to stitch back up towards that because I don't want to have a thread hanging over at the back because it gets caught on everything if I'm doing any more. Don't know if you can see. Hope you can. Oh, here we go with the knots. There we go. I might have to pop that on. Oh, sorry. Again, I keep knocking the bloody camera. Right, just stay there because I need a little pearl. Oh, it needs to be. That needs to be on the flower. Come on. See if I can do this. Get off of that. Right, I know I've got that on there. But I'm also worried about this staying put. So I'm just wondering if I can crisscross the... Yes, I can. I'm going to do... Sorry, again. I'm going to crisscross the... See that? That looks really cute. Even with the thread on. Like that. That looks cute. hopefully I've got that in view. I don't want it too high because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. I'll do. Right, I'm going to just put the cord in here that I was going to do before. And like I said, I've drawn, you know, the thing to follow. So, not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. Not quite perfect, but I'm not fussed. I think the only thing I want to do now is do something here, and then I'm finished. I'm not doing any more to it. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to do this and this. I wanted a little bit more trim on here. I mean, I don't really want to overdo it, but I like the trim. I just like to see the trims, because I absolutely love sewing, and I've never done a lot of it for a long time. I mean, I haven't done a lot of it for a long time, but when you get back into it, I just love it. Now, if you're really dead set against sewing, you could have put all this on with glue, apart from these little bit. Well, you could have still glued them on. So, you know, you could, if you wanted to, do one like this and just use glue. But they are so much nicer when they are stitched. Hi everyone. Right, I've finished it. This is it. The only thing I've got to do now is to make this into a cushion. I'll just show you what I've done, because the camera died again. And I've added some little tiny blings here. These are like a cut diamond bling. Some pearls here. I have added 3 big pearls here. Some more bling in here. Put the bling here. So you can see that. I did put 1 row here of the lace, and then I did the tiny pearl string there. And that's it. I aren't doing any more to it. I like it as it is. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye for now. Have heaps of fun.